Hello and welcome to another Mad Hatter review. Today we are doing something never before seen on the internet. We are going to unbox and review a statue. Now, before we jump into it, I know what you're thinking. You're going, hey, Mad Hatter, what's that music that's going on? Why is there this menorah here? Are we at a bar mitzvah? Is there some kind of Jewish holiday? What's happening here? I'll tell you what's happening here. When I was a kid, growing up, little Jewish boy, I loved comic books. But I didn't really connect in a real way, or not a direct way, to any of the characters that I saw. You had Ben Grimm, aka The Thing, who was Jewish. You had Kitty Pryde, Shadowcat, but there are no like real heavy hitters, except one, and that is Mr. Magneto, the bane of the X-Men. He was always my favorite character. Yeah, it's a little bittersweet that the most famous Jewish character in the Marvel Universe is also a villain, but it's okay. We'll let him go because he's such a badass character. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and open this sucker up. Now this is, before we go into it, this is a custom, okay? I don't know much about the custom world. I've always bought statues from like Sideshow, Gentle Giant, Pop Culture Shock, all those guys, like the bigger companies. Lately I started getting into like some customs. And I actually saw this bad boy on eBay. Somebody said it's like 1 out of 50. I just bought it on looks. I don't know shit about it. I don't know who sculpted. I don't know anything. Maybe it's on the inside. This box is pretty plain. It just says MAG on it. But apparently it's some secret Men in Black group that made this. I just am going off visual. I just thought this was an effing cool statue. And I just hope that it comes out as good. So we're going to go ahead and open it up. And we will take a look. See you in a bit. Welcome back, everybody. So, here he is in all his glory, Magneto. This has 765 pieces. It took us like 45 minutes to put it together. It's like a puzzle. But I have to say, first impressions, I love the statue. I loved it from the first pics I saw. This give you a little history. This right here, if you grew up in the 90s, this is like a Bible. This was legendary, this book. This is the Jim Lee X-Men 1 and this whole run. And there was an alternate cover. I'm gonna put the image up. You've all seen the image of Magneto doing his little thing to the camera. And when I was a little lad, I always loved that imagery. And when I started collecting statues, I said, if somebody could kind of make that a tangible thing into statue form, I will give that person money. And this is as close as I can get. This is a Jim Lee style Magneto statue. So if you are into Magneto and you follow his statues, every one of them pretty much on a conceptual level does this. He's floating. He's sticking his hand out. He's making all kinds of metal do some shit. The only one that was different that broke that model was the Magneto on Throne that XM does, which is a highly sought after piece. Super expensive too. But the Throne thing was never for me. At least that one wasn't. This one, when I saw it, it just kind of tick the boxes for me, and I think it's because of the portraits. I'm like a portrait guy. If I don't like the portrait, I'm just not gonna buy the statue no matter what other shit is happening. So this one just was like a home run for me. And if you get in close, you can kind of see just the portrait. It's very much the Jim Lee Magneto with the white pupils. And let's just go actually into some of the other portraits here. Let's go ahead and pop this sucker off. And we've got a few of them. So there are two helmeted portraits. This one has no pupils, and this one has pupils. So you can see that's the pupil. And the material on the helmet is a little bit bendable, so you can kind of like get it over the head. It's not, which I like because it doesn't scrape the head going in. And you can kind of see just the hair on the back. And then you have the pupil, or sorry, the helmetless images, or the portraits. So you have this one right here, Sans pupils. He's got the long white hair, just like Jim Lee always sort of depicted him. And I like this one. I just really like the sculpt. The sculpt just looks like a Jim Lee sculpt. And then here's finally the pupil Eric right there. And in terms of the rest of it, just working from the top to the bottom, I mean, I love the musculature here. He's obviously a very muscular Magneto. Again, it's just the style of Jim Lee. They did a great job just on the anatomy on this, which is one of the reasons why I got it. A lot of the Magneto statues for me are a little too thin, or they're too bulky. You have the Marvel vs. Capcom Magneto, who's kind of, his arms are crossed. That's a cool one. It's a little too bulky for me, but it is Marvel vs. Capcom. Then the Sideshow Magneto, I don't know, I just didn't love it. Didn't have the presence. It was a little thin. This one kind of was just that sweet spot of just like looking like again, I keep going back to Jim Lee's sculpt, but I really do dig it. The cape is a behemoth. The cape is probably most of the weight. The thing that does bug me a little bit is, if you see, there's a little gap in between where the cape meets this this harness here. It's not too bad. On the left-hand side, it's a lot more prominent than on the right-hand side. If I had to nitpick, that would be probably my big point of contention, but it's not much. Then you have, I love the textures that are on the suit. You see that a lot with suits right now with Spider-Man, Wolverine. But yeah, the sculpt is fantastic. And then here, sort of the metal, I actually do like the idea of metal twisting around him, almost like water, which is just a great concept. All of these things have to be placed in. I don't even know how I'm gonna disassemble this. There's a Cyclops visor right here. I'm not sure I love the visor. I'll probably lose it. It takes like my eye down here, and I don't know. I don't dig that too much. And then there's also like an X-Men base right here. I can give or take this base. I think you can start it right on here. I mean, it's okay, but like, unless you have other pieces from this line, which I don't even know if there are, I don't know if you need this base. But man, I love this statue. I think this one is a home run. In terms of Magneto statues, I was between this and, well, not between it, but there's this, and then there's the Daniel Bell Magneto, which is a custom statue as well. Again, don't love the Sideshow one that much, but I'm good with this for now. I mean, I think this is what I wanted. This is the definitive Jim Lee statue. This is kind of like what I grew up with, and it's all there. So. Yeah, this is a home run, and the paint applications on this are really, really cool too. So yeah, if you're into statues, let me know what you think about this. Again, I don't have much info on who made it, where it's from. I just saw it, I clicked purchase, and that was it. First custom statue that I bought, but I've seen others. Trust me, I've seen others that are very as appealing to me. So it definitely won't be the last, but that's it. Very, very happy with this. Oh, it came with this neat little print too. If you can see, I'll put that somewhere too. But that is all Magneto. He in all his glory. Let me know what you think about this. Subscribe, and that's it. Shalom. Bye.